Hey, what's up guys? Reggie's here again, and we're just outside the South Ribble Council. Hello buddy, how are you, man?
I'm good, thank you.
So this is where the corruption is?
This is where it all begins, yes.
Yeah, it's just what it is. I'm a YouTuber.
YouTube?
Yeah, so I like to get stories fighting corruption, police brutality, whatever it may be.
I'm getting plenty of that.
Oh yeah?
I've been, in past, I've been handcuffed and everything.
For what though? What crimes?
Well, what it is, you know, Tesco here,
Yeah.
they had me arrested on the land.
Yeah.
What they said was their land for trespassing.
Okay.
Now, police said they own that land. Tesco said they own that land. Council planners, they said Tesco own that land. So I went to Roads and Highways in Bamber Bridge.
Yeah.
And they said they don't own that land.
Who Tesco's don't own it?
They only lease it.
All right.
And Tesco only got permission to build that carport on public land.
Yeah.
On the understanding it wasn't just for public, it was for public. But Tesco were after reneging on that promise.
Ah.
They were putting signs up saying Tesco own this land. If you're not shopping here,
You're not welcome, basically.
You'll be clamped.
Oh, yeah.
And they had me arrested on that and that little road in front of Tesco.
Yeah.
That road was there before Tesco were built. And Tesco cannot say who can and who cannot use this road.
Oh, right.
Because
So it's public access, ain't it?
Roads and Highways maintain it.
Okay.
Now they had me arrested on that land, the Tesco.
Did they?
The police, handcuffed, taken in cells in Leyland.
Yeah.
And then they took me in Black Maria to Chorley, and I went. Eventually, I spent all night in cells.
Yeah.
When I went to court, all charges thrown out.
Ah.
So I tried to get a solicitor.
Yeah.
I went to 4 different solicitors, unlawfully arrested.
Yeah.
All charges thrown out, and they said the establishment's closed ranks on me, and I can't get a solicitor. And newspapers won't print my story
No.
because they're part of establishment.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Yeah.
I'm up against establishment. Now, I've been banned from public toilets now for years.
What in the South Ribble?
But listen, a guy on internet, he filmed me and he went in with me
Yeah.
into council.
Yeah.
And he filmed me. They said, why? They said, oh, he can't come in with these boards on. They said, so you're saying that what he's saying isn't true?
Yeah.
So you're barring him from council toilets for telling truth. Anyhow, he's got it, so I can go in there now and have a look at.
I get what you're saying. So basically, because you've got an opinion and you're wearing it on your front and back, they don't want you using their facilities.
Well, please. See, police were saying they own that land because they're all getting free fucking meals in the cafeteria, and they got new outside caterers come in,
Right.
and they said we can't make it pay because it's full of police and there's no fucking room for
Yeah.
customers, and they all want free fucking meals.
Yeah.
So they said they had to tell police. There were no fucking police station. They were all in fucking. In Tesco,
Right.
anyhow. Police have to pay now.
Did he? Well, I've heard a couple of stories about, just going off the topic a minute. So when COVID came and that, they were doing like discounts to NHS workers, care workers, police, ambulance and stuff like that. And I've since heard that they was put under pressure to offer these like these little discounts and stuff, but they've, like you said, they've not been able to make things pay because someone has to foot the bill, and they weren't always receiving tax, the refund back for what they've put out in materials, i.e. food, drink and what have you. So yeah, but as for me, as our key worker all the way through it, as a wagon driver, I never got any discounts. I never expected any handouts for free. And we kept the country rolling on the roads,
Yeah.
And it's just like the sheer hypocrisy in this society at the minute. And yeah, whenever someone talks about a story of corruption, everybody wants to bloody do the free monkey job, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I spent 3 years in jungles and swamps of Singapore, Malaya and Thailand fighting communist terrorists.
Yeah.
And so I've done my bit on active service, and they're barring me from fucking toilets and having me arrested, and police having me fucking arrested. And I've got a squeaky clean record and never even had a parking ticket.
Right.
And I've had police come to my house to taught me how to protesting, and then they told me to go and protest somewhere else. They said, you can't concentrate on the work here because the car's pumping the road. Will you go over there on that field where there's no fucker to throw?
So do you know, like, has anybody ever threatened you with like public order because of the sign?
Oh, I know. I've been attacked 4 times. And what they've been trying to do, get me into a confrontation so they could have me arrested. Now, you finally said to Blue.
We're having a good old laugh and a smile. That's okay for their jobs, isn't it? Huh?
Anyhow, before I was back from toilets and going back a while, I went in toilets and 2 at staff followed me into toilets, getting out of me, threw cups of water in my face. Serious. Said if I don't stop protesting, they were going to beat me up. Now, if it hadn't have been on council premises, I'd have laid into them, but see, they were trying to get me into a confrontation so they could have me arrested.
Yeah.
So I were in the toilet, so they threw a cup of water in my face, and then when they come out, switch lights off, so I'm there in dirt with fucking water running down my face. I went to the desk and I said, I've been attacked in toilets. Well, there's a camera outside toilets, you know, there's cameras all over the fucking place. But by 2 of your staff, because I know they work with. I said, will you ring police? So police come and I was still fucking dripping with water.
Oh yeah.
And fucking police. And I wanted a copy of this tape.
Yeah.
Now, police said at first, I were entitled to a copy
because
I were on the tape.
Yeah.
And council said I could have a copy of their tape.
Yeah.
Well, when they've looked at tape, they've seen that it were council fucking staff.
Yeah.
The police won't let me have a copy.
Ah.
And I sent £10 for a copy of the tape to council. They sent me £10 back and said it'll cost £600 for a copy of this tape.
600 quid?
And we didn't think it were worth pursuing it.
Wow.
Now, when police had covered it up, so I got onto IPPC, which is supposed to be independent.
Yeah.
He put me back to the same place I was complaining about. He said they have their own police have their own complaints procedure. And so it's like me complaining about you to you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, right, yeah. So, if you don't mind me asking, do you know the incident where you was put in handcuffs and you was... how many years ago was that? Oh, right. It's a shame because we do have solicitors now. We have good teams of solicitors. One local to us, HNK, in Liverpool. And they're pretty shit hot at fighting for civil rights and stuff, especially when they get breached off corrupt officials like police or council or what have you. So be rest assured, if you can remember this name, it's HNK Solicitors. They're based in Liverpool. If anything happens to you again, just through practicing out your freedoms of protesting, just try and remember that name, and they will take it on.
I've tried to go through human rights.
Yeah.
I've just been jerking.
Yeah.
Look, I'm chasing my tail all the time.
Yeah. Do you know, a lot of these solicitors and stuff like that locally, they're that in bed with the CPS and the magistrates.
Yeah.
When it's going against the grain, they do not want to fight against the ones that they're shaking hands with.
Well,
yeah.
That's what solicitor. I was going to pay solicitor. I've been to 4 different ones, and guess what? The newspaper that used to print my story, it was in Chorley. It was Chorley Guardian.
Chorley Guardian, yeah.
They were the only one who print my story. And guess what? Lancashire Evening Post had took it over, so they can't print my story.
Yeah.
So now that I used to go to Guardian in Chorley. Now, since Lancashire Evening Post had took over, they won't print out about me.
Right.
You know. But I mean,
yeah. See, I noticed
you want this, right?
Yeah, go on, mate. I noticed that we got a lot of support as well. A lot of people honk and give you your support because you've been doing this years, right? Yeah. Have you got it? Yeah, I got that, mate.
I've got a lot of support with
the
public.
Yeah. Well, brilliant. Well, I'm going to have a circle around this area now. Only good advice I can give is keep fighting the good fight. I'll do my bit on my end, and
hey, quite a few like Labour and Tory, they've asked me to be councillors.
Have they?
Well, I mean, they're all corrupt. I'm not doing in with any fucking.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, if I went as a councillor, everybody would fucking vote for me, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Well, they would in Leyland.
Yeah. And you think there's no accountability in regards to services and money these days. You know, like you can never get an honest answer out of anybody, can you? You know.
I've been offered jobs and all sorts from the council.
Have you?
Before.
What do you reckon that is, to hush you up, like, type of thing?
Well, like I've won garden contests and all that in the past.
Yeah.
Oh, they've offered me jobs, like one job, but recently we're running a gardening club from there, and folk could ring up and I'd advise them on the garden.
All right.
Another were planting out riverbanks and parks, having a gang of blokes under me, and I'd be all paid.
Yeah.
But I won't take bribes, you know.
No, I don't blame you.
So you're a lorry driver?
Yeah, I did a lorry driver, and I'm doing a bit of citizen journalist and stuff like that, and fighting corruption like yourself. I try and do it with a camera, you know, mainly expose the ideas, activities, and thinking of strange people when you're doing a lawful activity, whether or not they like it or not. As long as you're doing something lawful and legal, people get so uptight about the activity of photography, filming. You could point the camera at a building, within seconds, someone could come out, police will be within 10 minutes.
They have done that, and they've said that we haven't given you permission to film this council.
Paid for by the public. Another good cracker, isn't it, that one? So yeah, it's basically in the same way. It's like it's just fighting that mentality, because it's not against flesh and blood. It's against powers and principalities.
It's about the establishment.
It's the establishment.
And as solicitors have told me, it's corrupt from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, last year, government sent in. They've had five chief executives in 12 months.
What, this place?
Yeah, and the chief executive gets nearly £200,000.
Wow.
And the lieutenants who they have, they're on 140,000. Now, last chief executive we got was Matt Manners from Liverpool Council under Joe Anderson. You know, all
Oh,
that
Joanne,
crap.
yeah.
She was being investigated for corruption at Liverpool Council.
Wow.
And while she was being investigated, they took her on here with her 2 lieutenants. And then they found out she was fiddling here. Well, chief executive's in charge of all funds.
Right.
So while she was being investigated here for corruption, she was on paid leave for 4 months. And then these independent auditors who come in from government
Yeah.
to sort out corruption out, it took over everything. They tell me it's corrupt from top to bottom and they won't sign it off.
Ah,
They
right.
won't sign it off. And I said, well, will she get sacked? They found out she'd stolen over £1 million from here. I don't know how much she'd done Liverpool Council. Over £1 million from here.
Wow.
And then they said they'd give her £100,000 redundancy money. And then when she left, and I said, well, why is she not getting sacked? They said, well, if we sack her, she can't get a job at another council.
Wow.
So they give her 100,000 so she can go. And then who followed her were her 2 lieutenants.
Right.
And they were on 140,000.
So, have you heard that in Liverpool that they've been took over by the independent auditors at the minute, haven't they?
Well, they were being.
Yeah. Since it's all been started going on, isn't it?
Going on a couple of years.
Yeah.
Well, Matt Manners, she was chief executive there,
Right.
and she was being investigated for corruption there. And that's why they took her on here. So how much she was ripped Liverpool Council, I don't know. But anyhow, she finished it, and who's running it now is chief executive from Chorley. He's running 2 councils.
Right. Right then, it's nice to speak to you, mate. I might even chuck my drone up in a minute and have a fly over this building. That's how free we are, you know. That's how free we are. We can fly. You know, there's no restrictions. And they often come out and tell you that you can't do it. You know, it's correct. They're crazy. But yeah, you have a nice day, my friend. And
Yeah. How you like your bike? Is it electric?
oh, it's lovely, mate. It's electric assisted, so
What kind of money are you talking?
1,600 quid. Expensive, but I'll tell you what, mate. I'll just turn it on. I'll show you how many miles I've done on it. Only had it a few weeks. I've done 148 miles since I've had it. You know,
Where did you get it from?
I got it online, and then I picked it up from a shop in Hitchin, but they have branches all over the UK. Honestly, mate, I don't know whether or not it's the money. A lot of people have said that they couldn't fork out that sort of money and justify it for a bike, but it's the future. I really think getting about is going to be this way, you know, because
Parking. Think about parking.
yeah, parking.
You know,
They're hammering the Motus like you'll never believe. Yeah, so I think they'll literally put people off driving.
But what they're after doing now, next thing it'll be licences and
Oh, yeah.
number plates
Yeah,
and
tax
and insurance.
Yeah.
Oh, are they? They won't let you. They'll hammer you. If they went to China with your fucking bikes. No, I like a push bike, but they had a new knee a couple of years ago, so I'm on a free bus pass now.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, they're playing all kinds of dirty tricks for me now.
Are they?
They even stopped putting grass in front of me bungalow.
Have they?
And you know, all kinds of dirty tricks they're doing. But the more they lean on me, the more I dig in.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what you got to keep doing, aren't you?
Hey, you'd laugh at Tesco. Store manager come out.
Yeah.
And 2 of his bouncers who's threatened me before, and they come to me, 3 of them, and they said, because they're on that private road, or public road, and don't come on here we'll move you. I said, who's going to move us? Us three. I said, you three couldn't move me. I said, I'll flatten out fucking three here. And he said, I said, you best get reinforcements. So he picked 4 up, and in less than 10 minutes there were 2 police cars.
You're joking?
Police inspector in one, and 2 policemen in the other. And I said to this manager at Tesco said he wanted me arrested. And I said to the police inspector, are you going to arrest me? He said, no, you're not doing it wrong. He said,
yeah.
Week after, they had me a plastic policeman had me arrested on that same spot.
You're joking?
So, morning. He must have been higher up in Freemasons than inspector.
Right.
But he had to ring through to the police station for another policeman to handcuff me. And frogmates me into Leyland Court.
Bloody hell.
So, I spent 3 days I lost in my life going through 2 courts and cells from here and Chorley courts. And,
all for speaking your mind, huh?
yeah, just for telling the truth.
So, yeah, well, that's it.
Hey, look, the cell they put me in, it was one that they keep for troublesome prisoners.
All right.
Shit all over.
Ah.
No windows, just the mat on floor, no seating or nothing. And when I come out of there and they give me a meal, they doctored it up. Everything went right through me.
Did it?
I'll never eat out again at the police
No,
station.
definitely not.
But when they're fucking doctoring food up for a fucking veteran,
Yeah.
no,
Well, how many years did you serve in the army?
all 5.
5 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
volunteer.
Okay.
But
And what?
Loyals, infantry.
Oh, infantry. All right.
Forward barracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, pity have no photos on us, but 2010, a Brigadier General come over from Malaya to present us with medals. And I've got photos of him shaking hands with us. Brigadier General he were from Malaya.
Yeah.
Come over presented medals. So
Well, thank you for your service. All the old school guys did a lot for us, and we're handing it back to Nazis, aren't we? Really? You know, we're handing powers back to those who we were fighting against, really.
oh wow.
Isn't it? You know, it's going a terrible direction, this country.
They've sold this country, haven't they?
They've sold it, haven't they?
All money for it, they'll go to Canada, New Zealand, Australia. They won't stay in. You know, we'll be stuck. We can't afford to fucking go.
No.
You know, they've sold us that with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I voted to come out, but I didn't vote for it. What's going on?
No.
You know.
No. It just goes to prove that they're not really running the show, are they?
It's like here people are saying, like I've got Labour on my boards. Before I had Tory on. I said, well, they're not running council, it's the spooks. They're still same spooks at top, regardless.
Yeah.
They're pulling all the string, they're like fucking puppets there.
Yeah. Right, my mate, you have a good day, and I'm going to have a trickle round.
And
enjoy a bit of freedom. You take care, my friend, yeah? Respect to you. I might just have a little nosy in the foyer, you know.
Two sugars in the tea.
2 sugars. Oh, guys. So that's a good change. The last time I came here, they was all on me for just walking in with a camera. Today, they've let me be. It's not the case of pointing it at people's faces, which I didn't. It's just the fact that we're free to do it. But anyway, I might chuck my drone up, guys, and see what we can see. Ciao.